Hi, everybody. Well, this is Felly and Sydney. We are back again for another review at Married at First Sight. And tonight we will be reviewing episode 2, season 17. So, as I said last episode, this is Sydney's first season with Married at First Sight. So, how are you liking it so far?
Well, these hours are the longest hours of my life, but they're interesting. They are interesting. Let me tell you something. Can I just say this right off the bat? Because we
Uh-huh.
already gave our opinions on like who's going to be together and who's not going to be together, right?
At the
And
end,
that's
right?
cool. And last week was my first time watching it, and I watched the first episode.
Uh-huh.
But there were two like preceding episodes before it that I didn't see at the time, and I
Mm-hmm.
got a chance to watch the first preview season, which
Mm-hmm.
was very important because now I have a different perspective on things.
Okay.
And for right now, I'll just say that there was a lady in the first episode, Chloe. She was
Chloe.
39 year old senior director of development. Remember, she likes the girthy sex partners.
Okay, we had Emily and Brandon, right?
No,
Brandon,
no,
she's
no,
not a bride.
no. I'm not talking about any of the finalists we know. I'm talking about for Michael. I'm talking.
You talking about? You went way back to
So,
the intro
yes,
when they were interviewing candidates.
right.
Oh, okay, okay,
So
okay, okay.
she was her, and then there was a yoga instructor. Those are like the two outliers that we didn't see anymore.
Right,
You know,
because when they do the interview 'em and then they narrowed them down.
I think because she was sweet and she said one thing that made me like think that they're gonna bring her back.
Yeah, so because ultimately he's gonna end up with a bride, so you think it's one of those two?
No, I think it's the Chloe girl, the one that's
Chloe.
39.
Okay.
Yeah, because the yoga instructor girl, the other girl, her name was Jessica. She's a yoga teacher. She was
Uh,
like, she was like she do mushrooms.
oh.
She was off that, and he looks like he ain't got no time for drugs, you know. And
Well, we're gonna stay tuned and find out.
right, and then that episode and the one we're getting ready to review now, I see how manly he is, even though he dresses eccentric and he has a different style than a more traditional man in his culture.
Mm,
I see how masculine he is. So I stand corrected when I was like, oh, he's soft and, you know,
mhm.
like, yeah, I see what you mean now. The
Yeah.
confidence. I
But
see
mind
that.
you, Michael isn't the one with the girth talking about his girth.
That was Orion, right?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out because I didn't want to go back in my notes to taint
Mm-hmm.
anything that I'm,
Yeah.
seeing now.
So,
But I do like little things. But it just is funny that she brought up that word.
yeah. Yeah. But that's
So
Orion. But so you think Chloe's gonna come back for Michael? They're
I
gonna bring
think
her
so.
back for Michael.
I think
Okay.
so.
Okay. So yeah, because ultimately he's gonna be on the show with a bride. So
Yeah, and I think it's
it just
going to be
might be her. Yeah.
and we already we see who she is,
Mm-hmm.
and she is more keeping in line with how they're picking these couples. She isn't more in line with who he is.
Yeah, and that's
You
a
know.
big thing I think between the previous seasons and
Hmm.
this season because before they used to pick couples that that whole thing with opposites attract.
Yeah.
So where they had some stuff aligned, but they were like kind of opposite. And I guess their whole thing is like the whole opposites attract, and then this one will balance out this
Uh,
one thing and one person to balance out something in another. But
hmm.
this season, they're like very much all have similar interests
Right.
and yeah,
Core values.
yeah. So it'll be interesting to see how this season turned out. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not so much opposite. I think the other seasons, some of them were too opposite. Their values may have aligned, but with other things, they were just too much opposition, or
Mhm.
too much opposites in their personalities and stuff, and it just became contentious. So
And even though that makes for good TV, that doesn't translate into real life. And
exactly.
that couple that I saw on that after party from last episode, they seem to be going strong and happy.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Yeah,
guess they're,
that's from Atlanta.
making it serious, huh?
Yeah, that's from the Atlanta season.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
that's cool. I mean, I can't imagine having to use that kind of platform to find a husband, but
Mm-hmm. That's a public arranged marriage.
and I like the way the father said that. I like the way Lauren's father said that it's a highly detailed. Or was it Lauren's father
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
that is a highly detailed arranged marriage? And it
Mm-hmm.
is, and it is, you
Mm-hmm.
know,
Yeah.
because
So.
you leave it up to women. Some women they find men based on attraction, not on who can provide, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and
And
who
after
has
a while, once that personality kicks in, it's like you ain't cute no more.
right.
So.
But now you got a whole 3 kids and y'all splitting the bills. See, as soon as you start splitting bills, we got problems, right? Because now somebody got to carry somebody sometime, and it's just don't get me started, girl.
Okay, so let's
Get me-
start our review. Episode 2, the first couple they had was Emily and Brennan.
Yes,
So, what did you thought about them?
I think they're cute together. I think she is like she's a control freak. She reminds me, okay, now I have this. Let's do this, and we're gonna do this, and we're gonna do this, and that's scary, you know.
Did you like her dress?
Yeah, I loved her dress.
Yeah, me too. It was
I
beautiful.
loved her dress.
Yeah, me too.
Her dress was really nice. Her friends looked really nice.
Hmm.
I like them together,
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
I didn't, and it keeps escaping me that they're in Colorado, but he's from New York, you know, and he gives New York.
Hmm.
So this is the episode where they sat on the bench and talked, right?
I know. And I was like, how the hell are they sitting outside in that cold? Look, this episode told me one thing. I ain't never living in Colorado. It's
Girl,
like, that is just too much snow, too much
living.
cold. And the only one, I don't understand how they all walked out of one building over into the other building with no coat on. No, I'm like, it's freezing.
And sandals.
Uh, okay.
And Lauren's dress had a split up to her neck.
Okay.
Okay, so you know her legs like.
I was like, oh my God.
Not that there's anything wrong with her split, because she looked gorgeous. Okay, let's just disclaimer.
I know it is, but
I
I'm
want
just like,
nobody
it was
coming for
so
me.
cold. It's like, wow. I
Yeah,
think the only one with any sense was Claire, because you see, she had a beautiful coat over her dress. She's like, I ain't freezing out here. Yeah,
yeah.
but all the rest of them is like, they're bold, they're brave. They
I
are
like
brave.
Becca.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
this,
yeah, I thought their dresses were beautiful. But what
yeah.
cracked me up was back to the first couple, Brennan,
Uh
when
huh.
Emily asked about his if his family is a party, if they're party people,
Right.
and he said his dad drinks vodka for hydration. He doesn't drink water; he drinks vodka, the vodka. I was
Woo,
like, what?
child.
I'm
But
like,
I'm watching.
his daddy hardcore.
But but you see what I mean? She accepts everything.
For
Like,
now.
you know, I
Mm-hmm.
wonder, right, for now, I wonder if her not having a relationship and always wanting one, because they did say she was picky, but these guys ghost her.
Mm-hmm. And the thing is, they at least, well, it's the wedding day, their first conversation, and she did say she never had a serious relationship, but they didn't go too much further or deeper in that conversation. So I'm sure that's a conversation they're gonna be having later.
Hmm.
You know,
But what about him? Did they mention his relationship past?
yeah, and he's had relationships.
Okay.
Yeah. He's had relationships, yeah. So, but he said he likes her bubbliness and her confidence. So we'll see how that works out.
She
I
seems like she speaks
don't know.
up for him. Like, she'll
Mm-hmm.
speak up where when he won't.
Yeah, but you remember last episode, her friends were talking about whenever they ask her like serious questions, she kind of like changes the subject. And it's
Uh-huh.
like, part of the thing is now she's gonna have to have the real conversation. She's not gonna be able to like deflect. So that should be interesting.
But see, that's the thing. They say that her friends, but they don't know him either. Maybe he's not the type to have the conversations.
I know that's what I say. It'll be
Maybe
interesting.
maybe he's his mother who might not be the yeller, or maybe he's uh went through therapy and learned how to process that and can teach her.
Yeah. So
So it
like I
will be
said, it'll
interesting.
be interesting to see the dynamics, you
I'm,
know.
I'm cracking up because I'm sitting here looking at my MacGyver um thing is on screen. Can you see it?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, you did good, girl. You did good.
Okay. I see it, but it's funny.
Uh-huh. Okay, next couple, Becca and Austin.
I like them.
So, what do you think? What do you think about her dress?
Like the fairy, that with the wings and stuff. I think it looks nice. It looked nice on her.
Yeah, I thought it's interesting. You said that in the wings, 'cause I was like, oh, it was kind of she looked like an angel.
Yeah.
She had an angelic look. My
Yeah.
tongue is getting tired. Yeah, but I was like, yeah, but it definitely did suited her.
Mm-hmm. And with her hair, everything fit. She has such a great disposition. She just seems like when she walked in that church, I felt so good for her.
Hmm.
It's like she wrote, and everybody was waiting for her, and it's like she welcomed them all.
I know. It's like they were all hyped. It was like that was like a hyped crew on
But I
both
think she
sides.
brought that in though.
Yeah.
Because the way she walked in and she looked at them and she was just like, I'm getting married, I guess, in her mind. But the way she
Mhm.
exhibited you had, that's what made me feel good for her because all of them, they all felt good for her because of the way she
Yeah.
felt. So,
But he
I mean,
seemed
you
to
could
have a
walk
hype.
in a room.
Yeah, cause he had a hype crew too. Cause when he walked in, they were like, "Ah!" And then you see that he had a flower boy. His boy had the like was doing throwing the petals.
Oh, yeah. Was that petals or he was giving out shots?
Well, he came in and threw petals, and
Uh
then he
huh.
started taking stuff out his pouch.
Yeah, there was shots of
Yeah,
liquor. I
yeah.
was
But
like,
so when he first came in, did you see he threw the rose petals?
oh, okay.
Yeah, I was like, okay, he have a flower boy.
That was cute. But
Yeah.
I mean, she was so. I mean, she made me feel good, and they
Mhm.
both have. So he struck me as being very emotionally aware of himself, and his support system seems like they foster emotional health. Like
Mhm.
they sit around and talk. I guess it's that air up there in Colorado. They sit around and talk about their feelings because everybody's all in touch with their feelings and all the things is
Yeah.
happening.
But he's stuck on that whole white picket fence fantasy.
Yes,
You
yes,
see, he keeps talking about the white picket fence.
and
Yeah.
all American, and yeah, he has an idea, and
Yeah.
I think they're gonna make a great pair.
Mhm.
And you see, he was crying when he
Yeah.
started crying,
Very
and
emotional.
she was wiping his stuff. His mother.
Look, his mother is like when her friends had that part written in the description of her, what was like a sex vixen or whatever. His
Right,
mother's like,
right. And she was like, I didn't like that. But they both want to be married.
yeah,
I get that from them. I get
yeah.
they both want to get married
He's
and
a nurturer,
yes.
so yeah, that'll be good for her.
So I think they're gonna make it.
Hmm.
I think they are gonna make it.
Yeah, and she's been
At
to
least
200
to the next episode.
yeah, but she's when she said, well, she's a photographer, wedding
Yeah.
photographer, like
She said
260 weddings. I was like, woo, that's a lot.
right.
Yeah. So it's
Okay.
interesting now she's on the other side, you know?
Right.
So her girl's gonna hook her up. So they're gonna
That's
hook her
good. She
up.
owns her own she owns the
Hmm.
business.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Hmm.
That's cool. And she's, I guess, strong enough to say that she could still remain in a feminine position as a business owner, you know? Because
Yeah.
usually when people like a business owner, they a little cocky,
Not all
you
of
know?
them.
No, no, no. No. I didn't say usually all of them. I just say usually, like, no, and it's not even that they are. It's just that people think they are
Mm,
because they have businesses, they are in charge. People think that they are
yeah, they assume,
cocky.
they make
Right.
assumptions. Yeah, they
They're
make
cocky.
assumptions.
Even if they know these people before they know that they are owners of businesses. It's like once people realize that they are owners of businesses, it it changes something, you know. Oh, this person is bossy and stuff like that, you know. So
Hmm.
especially with women. So
Yeah, I haven't experienced that too much, so
I see it.
yeah, I can't speak to that, but
Hmm.
yeah, interesting. But you saw the whole thing with the perfume?
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
sent her.
he sent her the perfume as a gift, and it's the same perfume that she
And
wears
she was,
every day.
yeah,
Yeah.
which is it's that's kind of scary.
So, well, he said he was gone. Apparently, he went to the store a few times and was, trying out different scents,
Uh
and then I guess eventually asked I guess I'm guessing he probably narrowed it down and asked the salesperson, which one does she think he should get, and she recommended that one.
huh. Oh, okay.
So yeah. Hmm. And it happened to be the one that she wears every day. And she said she knows the store clerk, the sales.
Okay.
Yeah, but they didn't know who it was for. But because he, of course, he didn't know who he was marrying.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently, that ended up being his choice. And
Okay, I must have missed that.
hmm,
I must
yeah,
have missed that. Was that on their bench
with
when they were sitting chatting?
no, I think she had that. It was afterwards. Was it on the bench? No, it was in her. When they do the interviews by themselves.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, I want to believe that was when. Yeah, because she said, and I know that salesperson too. Yeah, so I thought that was cute. Okay, so and you said you still think they're gonna make it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So next couple, Lauren and Orion. Thoughts?
I like them. I like them. I like that they like each other. I like
Mm-hmm.
that, and they have certain amount of respect for each other because of their shared um, interests.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like being culturally aware. I don't. They didn't touch on the sex part yet, right?
Oh no.
Right. So it was their.
Oh yeah, I think that would have totally turned her off if he had brought that up. And mind you, they're only at they haven't even gotten to the reception yet. So God only knows what topic is gonna come up at the reception.
Right.
So
So the
yeah.
thing that stood out to me with them was he asked her, can he kiss her? And she said, consent is sexy. I was
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, he gets her without even knowing her. He got her because, he even wants to wait, right?
Yeah, both of them. Yeah.
They
Mm-hmm.
want to get to know each other. So, they're both like spiritual. And then he sent her the turquoise.
Yeah.
I was like, that's so sweet.
And you saw she gave him the flask with the rum that she bottled in Puerto Rico.
Yes.
She loves to travel.
Yes.
Yeah, she loves to travel.
And
Hmm.
she got the reason why his hair, well, not that she knew the significance, but she commented it on, that
Yeah,
she was tying up.
and then he explained it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
interesting how everything has like significance.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And
Hmm.
she pointed out the things that meant a lot to him, the earrings, the
Hmm.
hair, So I like that they got that. They got those things right for them.
And the whole astrology thing. I was like, okay, what does that mean? Libra
And then-
rising
right. That's
and
their sun sign, their moon sign, and their rising sign. So it's just different aspects of you.
still don't know what that means.
I know that's fine. That's fine. Go. It's fine. It's a lot to
It's
explain.
fine. Just stay and live in your confusion.
No, it's no confusion. Everybody got their thing. You you got bits and bytes. Okay, we got risings and the moon. It's like the full moon tonight in Taurus. Mercury's in Mercury's in Gatorade until Christmas Eve. Okay, so
And then what happened at Christmas Eve? Change over to San Coquito.
the carnival time.
Wow.
It's carnival time.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying,
I'm
girl.
just saying. I'm just saying. When I'm on the mic, there won't be no. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm rapping. I'm
Uh-huh.
rapping. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so who we were talking about, Lauren and her
Right.
dad. Yo, you see them two dudes walking her down the aisle?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I guess the other one is her brother, but he didn't say
Uh,
anything. But the father, he looked like who
yeah.
this funny looking dude?
But I like that both their families are behind them
Yeah,
100%.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, they both have that, family encouragement. So
yeah, yeah.
yeah, but those two have a lot in common.
And they both are like, yeah. So well, they both have the same cosmic makeup, and his sister seems to approve, and they
Hmm.
seem close too, right?
Yeah. Well, I know his mom definitely approves.
Yeah,
Um, so yeah, I still think they're gonna make it.
yeah, I think so too. They have a.
Unless the girth gets in the way.
I think she will not be mad at that. But bump.
Oh my God. But you see, when she said I do it, kind of he got sort of emotional. It's like once he heard those words, it was like, it's like, I was like, okay.
I I guess.
And she's like, I guess.
I mean, but when you get married, it's an emotional experience. Like when you buy a house, it's an emotional experience, right?
Hmm. Yeah,
So those are big milestones.
I know. And one thing they all did, they all kissed each other.
Mm-hmm.
So, 'cause he damn near kissed her down. It's like,
I know. I'm like her father there. I'd have been, I'd have been like, my daddy right here. Stop. Mm-mm. But then I was saying, oh, in the Bible, they said you are joined unto your husband. But he ain't say tongue me down in front of my father. And how much cursing
okay.
these people gonna do? I keep saying, oh my God, they cursing in. Okay, they not in the church. They in the chapel. But why they gotta be cursing in front of people?
Well,
Women?
exactly. Yeah, but he locked under them lips. Is like he wasn't trying to let loose. It's like, okay, Orion.
You mine now.
Uh-huh.
I got girth. Like you make sandwiches too. What girth? Girth makes sandwiches. Is
Oh
that
my
your middle name?
God. Okay. Girth don't pay the bills.
Okay.
But then again, it might.
I was getting ready to say, times get hard. Sometimes you gotta make that girth get hard.
Okay. Like,
You
hey,
meet
hey,
the time.
dude, you better get to girthing.
You have to meet the times head on. Pun intended.
Okay. That girth need to be girthing.
Ciao.
We got bills to pay.
Ciao.
Okay, on to the next couple. Oh, that's Claire and Cameron.
Yeah. So
Hmm.
her friends were, well, I guess that's the triplets. So the other two sisters, the other three sisters,
I think
uh,
they were quadruplet and the brother died.
right. So it was three. So it was the other two sisters, and they got another sister, and then the mother. So, but when they saw him, the sisters saw him, and they were so happy. They were like, yes, because he's not a bad looking guy.
No, no, not at all.
Okay, but he looked like his poop come out in real thin line strings.
But wait. Let's talk about the gifts. You see that stuff, whatever the hell that
I
was?
get it. I get it. He was trying to throw a clue to where he's from.
And I thought so too, but I'm like, you could have do better, dude.
He's awkward.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah, but
why not get a kangaroo, right? But no, he got a thing,
he's from New Zealand.
right?
Yeah, but I'm like, oh, okay,
And
we'll run with that. Okay, we'll run with that explanation.
can I just sidebar? Can we sidebar on his mother's friend? I guess the family friend.
The family friend.
Her pants, her outfits are slamming.
Yes.
Her
Yeah,
outfits are slamming. I'm
I
like,
agree.
she gives till the wheels fall off. Okay.
Yeah, I like her.
Yes. But I
I
love the
like
way
her.
she dressed. I love the
Mhm.
way she carries herself.
Yes.
Everything. Yes.
Me too. Me too. Yep.
So
Yeah. Yeah. But he and Kiwi is like, I don't know. She's like, what the F is this? You know. And but her and I well, they didn't even get too deep into her gift. They just opened the first thing with the cloth.
the cloth.
Yeah, from her
Yeah.
Scottish heritage. Yeah. So
And they all wore it at the wedding, and he had it in his pocket
mhm.
square.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
that was so cute.
her bridesmaids had like the blue with that, and then her mom had the red with that. Yeah, but it was pretty though, and I
Mhm.
think her gown was my favorite.
It
It was
was.
so pretty. Yeah, hers was to me was my favorite.
I
I
like
really,
Emily's.
really loved hers. Yeah, but what made me laugh was when he was talking to the family friend, the guy.
Hmm.
He was saying, "Oh, this is when he was getting ready." And he said, when y'all have a free weekend, maybe we could get together, go up to Zion or
Utah.
wherever the place
Right.
is. And he did not sound enthused. You know, I don't know. I was saying, okay, well, maybe he's distracted, but he did not sound enthused in those his responses at all. I was like,
So I get he's very stoic. Like
mm,
he's very like calculates things in his mind. He doesn't give like excite like he doesn't emote. He
yeah,
doesn't
that's
give me
what I said.
emotion.
No enthusiasm. I
Yeah.
was like, yeah, no enthusiasm. But I was like, okay. That's why I said, okay, well, maybe he was just distracted. Because, but, I'm figuring it have been like, yeah, that would be a good idea. Yeah, we could, you know what I mean? But he's like, blah, blah, okay. So, yeah, but yeah, we'll see. But I mean, he's adventurous guy. He does all sorts of stuff.
I don't think they're gonna make it.
Maybe that might be his saving grace. That you see that he's not boring and He likes to get out and do stuff, but I don't know. From what I see of his personality so far, I don't think they're gonna make it either.
Mm-mm. And she gonna therapy him to death.
Yeah, and not only that, her friends seem like they're judgmental, and and she knows they're judgmental, and her family, and that's why essentially she's telling them, have some grace, give him grace.
Yeah,
But
because they're
yeah,
close. They all close and very like packish. And
mm,
women that come from families like that, they get either pulled away from their family or the marriage don't last.
yeah, well, yeah, 'cause he'll get locked out.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll just band together and lock his ass out.
She's
That's
the
his
one that had her
job.
own bachelorette party.
Yeah, yeah. Two of them had their own bachelorette party.
Who was the other one?
Um, the one that never had a serious relationship.
Emily? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You
Oh yeah,
see, she
her
was telling the
friends was
story
with
that they
strip
went
club.
to another strip club and then she went
Yeah.
up on the pole and they told her to get off the pole. It ain't amateur night.
Oh
And
my
she's like, I'm getting married.
oh
Leave me,
my
let me be.
goodness. And how she break her arm? Let's not get into
They
it.
haven't even, well, she didn't give the story on that one. But you see how, you see, she had her shit all decked out. Oh
But
my
she
God,
was
a
whatever
carrot.
happened, she was very tanned. That's what I meant to say.
Mm.
She was very tanned.
So that's I guess we might hear that story later on. What the heck
Uh-huh.
she did. Maybe she fell off a pole somewhere.
And
So,
yeah, probably so. Did you get that Lauren was judgmental of Emily? She kept saying, like taking digs at her about the bachelor party. Yeah, you was turned up. I mean, like twerking on the wall.
but she told her don't feel too bad because she was drunk also.
Right.
So she was trying to
Because
help,
after she
trying to
said
help
like
her not
three
feel
things.
too bad.
But no, because it could sound like she was being a straight up hater. She said like three things and then she was like, don't feel too bad. I was drunk too. But it was just like she was like low key taking digs. I was like, come on, girl. We all be like, I mean, I did find it strange that you on TV and you got your legs all the way up in the air and blah, blah, blah. But I wouldn't have called her out on it. We all,
Shoot, we all saw it. But you see, they both were talking about they had their holiday boyfriends.
child,
So, but
child.
it was before they were engaged.
Right.
They were single women. She said, vacation boyfriends are the best. You leave them where you find them. I'm like, okay, girl.
God
I was
forbid.
like, all righty then. And look, and she was in Puerto Rico too. Okay.
Child,
Get
child,
some glasses of Bacardi,
child.
some
And
good sangria.
bottling her own rum, making her own potion.
Girl. Feed her some good paella. Mm-mm. So I still haven't had paella as good as the one we had in Puerto Rico. So I'm still chasing that. Well, I've had some good one in New York at that Spanish
Mm,
restaurant.
where?
What's the name of
Saison,
no, I think it was
Sofrito.
Sofrito.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah, theirs was good too. Are they even still open?
I don't think so.
Yeah, because
God,
I
that
know
was so
I went
long
back. I
ago.
know it went twice and never went back. So
Well, I went to Sofrito and then I went to Saison, the one downtown.
okay, no, I haven't
Um,
been to Saison.
yeah, they both were like sister restaurants,
Hmm.
but the one downtown wasn't as good as the one uptown,
Oh, okay.
you know. But
Yeah,
the
but
food,
it was good. Yeah.
yeah.
Hmm.
And remember Gonzales y Gonzalez on
Hmm.
Broadway and House. I remember the city used to be so vibrant.
Yeah. Yeah.
No. Now it's filled with IPAs.
Yeah. Look, I mean, it's a sidebar, but I really prefer the city when it was more gritty.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
now it's too glitzy, lights. But New York is ever changing. So yeah.
So, and another sidebar. Remember when I was like, "Oh, all of this stuff on the news, I don't see it. It's crazy. I don't understand what these people are saying and all this stuff." today was the first time I saw evidence of the things that's happening on the news, and I was like, oh,
Mhm.
and I ran right back in the house.
Or the protests on the street.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I didn't actually see it with my eyes. I
Mm-hmm.
was I was at Staples and I saw like people printing signs.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then I left there. But then I got caught up in traffic after I got the printing, trying to
Uh-huh.
get to my gym class. I got caught up in traffic, and the traffic was because of that.
Oh,
But
okay.
by the time I was needed to pass over that path, they
Mm-hmm.
were they were gone.
Oh,
So they
okay.
were on their way to wherever they landed,
Oh, okay.
you know. So,
Yeah.
but that
So
was like, oh, that's happening.
yeah. So back to the topic at hand. Um,
Right.
so Michael though wrapped up with him. So you saw she left him a note
Yeah.
at the where it would have been the reception.
Yeah.
And she at least she gave him back all his gifts. Cause you
Mhm.
saw that he gave her a diamond bracelet and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
So he was spending some good money.
He was
So, but
in it for the long haul.
I know, but look, but he kept his crown and his sword. He said
Hmm.
she didn't ask for it.
Right.
Yeah.
And she left him. He didn't leave her.
Exactly.
So, but
Yeah. So
I like his friends
yeah, he
because
has he has great friends.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he has a
And
good support system there.
and like I said, the more I see him, the more masculine I see him as. He's very,
Mhm.
very masculine,
Yeah.
you know.
I'd be curious to know, you know, why she changed her mind. Because even once, because he was so gracious when she said, she can't do it, and then she said, you're an amazing guy. You know.
So, do you watch the after party?
Hmm.
Okay, because Keisha said that she made the decision before the show.
Yeah, but you remember I told you that on the blogs it was saying that it happened before the
Oh,
before
okay.
he actually walked down the aisle and all that good stuff.
Just to
And it's
tell him.
like he said, that was one of his issues. Why did she have to do it in that public forum?
Uh
You know,
huh.
but I'm guessing that was the producers for
Yeah,
TV for effect.
do it for the gram. I ain't gonna do it.
Yeah, but I'm
Yeah.
sure it was the producers who had to don that whole gown, walk right up there just to
I mean, they
make it
spent all
look
that
good.
money.
So yeah, but yeah, I'd just be curious to know, why she changed her mind. But I mean, listen, she probably said, "Listen, I ain't built for this shit."
She was like, "Nah, I ain't getting stuck up in here and be a divorcee
Exactly.
if it doesn't work."
Exactly. Yeah. But at least she did it before
Right.
and not, tormented him throughout the season only to get to the end and is like, no. So, and having to, pretend or not pretend and make everybody's lives miserable.
Hmm.
So, yeah, so that was a good thing. Yeah, but I'm with him, but I'm sure it's the producers that made her do that because she could have sent him that note
Hmm.
before before he even went down the aisle. So
Girl, that ain't good TV.
I know, I know. So yep. So guess we just have to see now who was the second runner up.
Chloe, the girl with the big pink vibrator.
Mm. Not the whole pink vibrator.
Big no, big pink vibrator. Sex is very important to her, girl. I don't even understand
She
how
might
did
get on the show and say, "Damn, I wish they paid me with girthy."
I don't understand how these. I don't understand. I mean, maybe I'm just a prude,
You are.
but how do you get on national TV where everybody in the pastor from the church can see you and talk about sex?
It's part of life.
Can we not?
It's the natural order of things. That's how you got here. She
I
said she's
don't.
shaking her head. Look, I'm here, but let's not talk about how I got here.
But nobody wants to talk about what keeps them heavy and keeps them nice and young looking. So nobody wants to talk about the things that I like to talk about.
Okay, we can talk about the things you like to talk about.
Nobody likes those things. They get embarrassed.
Well, Lucy, now they get embarrassed about the things you want to talk about, and you get embarrassed about the natural order of things. Let's talk
I
about
think it's in
flirting.
natural order. Okay.
So that's it for our review this week.
Did we
So
talk about everybody?
we thought, girl, we covered everybody. We talk about Michael, stood up Michael. We spoke about Claire and Cameron, where you said he shits
Oh, we
narrow shit
did.
out his ass. We
Oh,
spoke about Lauren and Mr. Gert. We
ch-
spoke about Emily and Mr. New York. And we spoke about Becca and Austin.
cool. Now we. So I guess all of we didn't get to see any more about of them. So all of the votes stand the same.
Next week. But
Huh?
next week we're gonna see the next episode next week will be the receptions.
Well, we still gotta finish out Claire and Cameron's wedding. Because
Oh yeah,
remember,
yeah, yeah. They're the last ones, and then reception starts.
okay, right. And then
Hmm.
they go on what? The
So then
honeymoon?
reception starts, and then before they go on the honeymoon, they sit, they meet with each other's family
Mm-hmm.
or loved ones, and then it's off to the honeymoon.
Oh, okay.
And let the madness ensue.
Ciao. Well, I'm excited for them. I
You
am.
look excited.
I am because right now it's just like tying up little loose ends before we get to the good part.
Yeah, before you get to the real nitty gritty of it all.
Get
Hmm.
to the living part.
Oh
But
yeah.
isn't Colorado like high up? The altitude is high and the
Yes.
air is thin, and
Yes.
so it's cold up there anyway, huh?
Yes.
I don't know.
Hmm.
It's
Colorado is good for a quick visit,
child.
a short visit, and then get me out of there.